to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58. It's NFC Championship time. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Throwing, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back, though. Now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Mayfield on first down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up, working with 2nd and 5 now. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time. To convert a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up the 1st and goal.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have struck first in this NFC title game. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Prescott rolling to his left. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. They'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on 1st down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
I'm not sure you can actually drag a bit of pass rush in that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up, and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's for a touchback. first down, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down. This time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been prepared this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe, but they can keep this up.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. Second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, Mayfield dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. First down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And out of bounds right around the 20. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Prescott now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And his pass incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He'll get only 3 there, so he leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Prescott. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come up to the line now facing a 3rd and after the incompletion. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He completes it to Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Suckum. And the lead is now 14 to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now here come the Cowboys. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Prescott yet again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. So Dak and the Cowboys down 21-10, a little under a minute 50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On second down, it's Pollard. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Dak. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Up the gun, Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting. He's going to be a foot or so short. Mayfield keeps it himself, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only a 1-yard gain, but but good enough to just about finish this one off.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on 4th down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice, get the first down, and that should be enough to salt this one away.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year...
She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro, mama.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic... to you by EA Sports. It's the Bucs and the Chargers, and it's coming up next.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Herbert to throw right away. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Off the play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon. He had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. From the 44, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Shifts free at the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Eckler. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and goal, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Inside handoff now to Fournette. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second and 9, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are crucial receivers. They're moving all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on fourth. So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. First and 10 at the 40. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A handoff to Fournette. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now, he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to quote-unquote hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chargers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the 2nd half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Eckler, they run left side. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Charger first. There's Herbert finds Williams. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. Mayfield looks to throw. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it makes the score 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Baker. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Defense. Now Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Suckup's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And